Hello, everybody. How are you? I'm here again, and happy Thanksgiving to you. So, this might be one of the shorter reacts that I do, extremely short. And why is that? Because Foodie continues to be boring and high on camera. As a matter of fact, she's live right now, and she is flying. Even her own chat is calling her out on it, saying, "What is the matter with you? You are way too high, madam. You're over there slurring your words. We can barely understand you." Even the Beezers are not happy with her. So her live is going on right now, and I got a feeling there's really not going to be much to react to because she's not just high, she's too high. So what I wanted to do was react to a very, 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 very short version of a live that she did recently. And this is courtesy of the channel called Piggy. And I will leave the link for the original video down below in the description. And the clip is, are y'all ready for this? 5 minutes, 25 seconds. That's all there was, man. Just, I'm telling you, anymore, if you're a reactor, you don't have much to work with. You know it's bad when the clip channel's only got like 5 minutes worth of footage from you, but that's how bad it is. 5 minutes. Out of an hour, 2 hour, 3 hour live, you get 5 minutes. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay. It's all right. We don't have to be here all day. We got the video from Piggy, and we've got some stuff on Twitter. There's not a whole lot because when Chantal's not doing a whole lot, stuff about her just kind of disappears. But we do got some stuff. So we got a short react today, y'all. I'm okay with that. I am so okay with that. And I heard that while Foodie was doing her live, because I was doing my tarot live at the same time that she was live, some of the Beezers were watching me, and they went over to her channel and they were trying to snitch me out like she actually gave a doggone. And she got kind of mad, made a snarky comment. I don't care. Make all the snarky comments you want, Foodie, because I know for a fact you watch the tarot readers. If you aren't live, if you aren't high as a kite on your edibles, you go around to all the tarot readers looking for some kind of information about Salah, about what's going on. Although we've given you lots of information in the past, you never listened to us, and here you are. But she got mad at me. And I'm here for her getting mad at me. I'm okay with that. So how about we just get into it, y'all? Let's get into a Foodie getting mad at me and getting mad at life in general. Y'all know what time it is, right? It is time for the Twitter peeps. I can't believe you got mad at me, Chantal. I was just minding my business, doing my tarot reading on you, but I wasn't bothering you. But your Beezers trying to act like snitches, like that's going to earn them some kind of extra points with you. Hey, Beezers, do what you want. She don't really care. She's too high to care about anything. You hear? Whatever you got. You know what, Beezers? I'm just going to say it. I think some of y'all over there, you're as bored as we are. You want her to get mad. You want her to blow up. You want her to rage as much as we do. You do everything in the world to provoke her. Don't lie. Oh, Goose Chuck's on. I'm going to follow Goose Chuck. There we go. All right. So for those of you that are on Twitter, that you would like to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. And for those of you not on Twitter, that's why I do the Twitter peeps. So y'all can keep up with all the news and gossip and little stuff. And I can show you really cool stuff that might brighten up your day. So let's start here with a post from Enigma 2025 saying, Chantal, quote, "Why did you waste 3 years of my life? It's always about her. When she was the one to make contact, get rid of her cat she had for over 20 years, move to a country she didn't speak the language or a man she didn't know, but she's the victim." So let's listen to the clip.
With me, wasting 3 years of my life for heartache and what?
And by the way, Chantal, what you did was a choice. You chose to go be with Salah. You chose to be in his company for 3 years. You chose to go to Kuwait. You chose to go to Syria. Those were all personal choices. And if they were bad choices, well, then that's your fault. You should have made better choices.
Seriously, man. Pisses me off. My life for heartache and what? Seriously, man. Pisses me off.
You're just mad because you were rolling with the same thought with Salah that you had with Nads. You think, I don't know where you got this thought, but you've had this thought in your head for the longest, that if you spend money on a man, if you buy him things, if you take him on trips, somewhere in the middle of it all, he's going to fall in love with you. That's not going to happen. You can't buy love. I don't know why you haven't gotten that lesson yet. I don't know why you haven't learned it yet, but you haven't. You can't buy love, Chantal, and you can't buy people. You may buy temporary companionship for a time, but that's all it is, and that's all it'll ever be. But you can't buy emotions. You can't buy feelings. You can't buy bonding. Someone either feels close to you or they don't. You can't treat people like possessions or objects that you spend money on them and they belong to you. It doesn't work like that for a living thing. Understand? It's not the same as a non-living thing.
It's so true when they say don't go out with a traditional Arab Muslim because they're just going to end up going back into their country, marrying somebody that their family wants them to. And that's 1,100 times correct.
And you know what, Chantal? A lot of this is your fault because you get involved with men. You try to go through and do everything at warp speed. You don't take the time to get to know the person that you are wrapping your feelings around. You don't get to know their good side, their bad side, what their hobbies are, what their interests are, what their goals are. Do they want a family or not? You don't want to get to know people. You just want to own people. If you want a real relationship, you have to get to know people and let them get to know you. And then if the two of you come together and you get to know each other really, really well, and you feel very, very close, you might want to take things to the next level, and then it's appropriate. But there's almost a sense of you don't want the person that you get involved with to get to know you. Maybe you're afraid that once they get to know you and they know all of your bad sides, they'll run away. So you want to cover up your bad sides. You want to conceal them. You want to put on a false version of yourself. And then if they start to feel close to it, you start to, raise the curtain a little bit. And then you feel by the time it's all the way raised that they can't escape you. You're acting like a predator, not like a person who wants a relationship. You're trying to groom somebody into a relationship. You're trying to fool them into a relationship with some kind of false narrative or false image or impression of yourself. And then you wonder why they don't fall in love. And it's because the person you're putting in front of them is not the real you. But you always go after the guys who might want a family. And you got to know that somewhere down the line, they're still going to want a family. And more than likely, they may let you go, especially if you're acting so awful. So you set yourself up for failure. Okay, let's move on to, yes, I just posted the reading to Neo Tarot. King Savage says, we didn't know anything about each other when we got married, she says today. Previously, he knew everything about Foodie Beauty before he married me. Pick a lane, loser. So again, she's flipping the narrative. She goes from, he knew so much about me. He knows about my past. He knew about my channel. He knew about all the crazy things I did, to he didn't know anything about me. So which is it? I don't think he knew much about you, Foodie. I think he knew what you told him, and you probably lied about the rest. You lied all the way through. And you made sure to get to the Middle East with your bag and move in before he found out anything else, because you felt at that time he couldn't escape. You wanted to make sure to set the trap, and then he walked into it, and then it's like, gotcha. Florida Salt and Sass says you don't need a man, Chantal. You need a therapist. Men are not treatment for anxiety, self-neglect, or loneliness. Facts. Relationships are not therapy. Also facts. You don't put healing all on a partner. It's selfish and unfair. Well said, Florida Salt and Sass. Very well said. You can't treat a new partner as your therapist, that you're just going to wave a magic wand over you and fix all your broken pieces. It's up to you as an individual to fix your broken pieces on your own. But she doesn't want to do it. She wants to stay broken, and people just revolve around her and work around it. 500 Kids and No Money says, Hectic Llama nailed it. Since coming back from Canada, Foodie Beauty streams average 65% dead air. That's not content. That's someone who's checked out, only here to squeeze money out of viewers because, God forbid, she actually worked for a living. The entitlement is wild. So Hectic Llama did a great video called The Sound of Silence. Here's the title right here, The Sound of Silence. Basically analyzing how much time in Foodie Beauty's lives is she not speaking. And the average is like 65, 70% per video anymore. There's a lot of dead air. So as I said in my tarot live last night, and I'm sure the Beezers were listening and they didn't like what I had to say, but it's true though. They can't deny the things that I was saying were true. They gave Foodie all kinds of money. They gave her $10,000 to help her come back to Canada and start over. And there's a lot of people in this world that maybe something bad happens to them, or maybe they just experienced something in life where they have to start over. They don't have that kind of head start like Foodie did. There's nobody giving them $10,000 to start over, but Foodie got this gift from her community to start over, and they gave her $10K. And she made all kinds of promises. Hey, when I come back, we're going to do great content. I'm going to go out on the scooter. I'm going to show you guys places. And what have we seen so far? Not a doggone thing. But those of us in girl world knew that was going to happen because we've been watching her for 10 plus years. We knew that when she came back to Canada, she'd be basically playing in people's faces. And she's been doing exactly that. Chantal didn't even have the sense of a billy goat to prove us wrong by saying, oh yeah, well, let me just show you. I'm going to go out and I'm going to do things for my Beezers. Nope, she proved us right again. So you Beezers, you gave her all that money. You believed her BS. You were eating up her empty promises like candy, hoping they would get filled up. All of you over there, you, in a sense, acted as investors in her future. You were helping her. You gave her money through views, super chats, memberships, money through PayPal, money through the GoFundMe, the super chat goals. How does she repay your kindness? How does she repay your care? By playing in your face, coming on camera high like she's doing right now, playing in your face. But I understand you guys care about her and you're hoping that somewhere, somehow she turns a corner and things are not this way. Well, I'm very sorry to sound like a negative Nancy, but I don't think she's going to turn a corner. That's just my opinion. I think she has resigned herself to giving up. She doesn't want to try. She doesn't want to do a glow up. She doesn't want to go anywhere. She doesn't want to do anything. She just wants to lay around and get way too high and play in y'all's faces over there. And you guys will just put up with it. You won't call her out on it. You won't leave. She knows you won't leave. And she's taking full advantage. Full advantage. But do what you guys want to do over there. I mean, you're people. You can make your own decision about where you want to be on YouTube. You know, make your choice. But I don't feel that watching somebody be too high on camera and slur their words is entertainment. I think she can do a lot better than that. She should do a lot better considering that you guys helped her out so much, but that's just me. But yeah, look, the sound of silence. And we're going to watch part of that video. We're going to have to do it on silent because Hectic Llama did put some music on there, and I don't want to deal with the copyright if there is one. Empress says, remember when Foodie got mad at Nads because he broke up with her and she filed a police report to get attention? I believe she moved back to Canada because she wasn't getting enough attention from her husband. Moving back to Canada was a threat that backfired. That might be very true. You know, she's been trying to get control of Salah for a minute. And the family being there got in the way of her control. So maybe she was just acting silly. And she said, well, I'm going to show him. And she went back to Canada. But I don't think she can go back to Syria now. I don't think he wants her back. You know, he's had a taste of freedom, and I don't think he wants to let it go. Fondue Spiteful Beach says, Shin stalking Salah all day by phone. Then he says he's going to sleep. She fires up a live to chat while waiting for her food delivery. Then manically shovels it in. Her sugar spikes, and then she crashes out and logs off. Day after day, and we thought Syria was bad. Yeah, Syria was bad. This is worse. This is what happens when you leave someone like Chantal alone in a room by herself and there's no supervision. She's like a naughty child. If you give her room to do whatever she wants, then this is what she chooses to do. She wants to get high and she wants to eat. You know, and she wants to be around somebody else to take care of the responsibilities because she does not want to be a responsible person. She just wants someone to let her indulge in her excesses. Daw. No context meme says, mommy cat telling her kittens the dog is safe, so look at the doggy. Mom's like, the dog's okay. I grew up with him. Look at the babies. Look at those babies. I'll tell you what, those are very well protected babies with the dog around. Aw. Mom's like, he's all right. I trust him. It's a beautiful dog, too. And the puppy just wants to play with the babies. We don't deserve cats. I went to the animal shelter today and saw this cat looking like he doesn't even need adoption. The cat's like, strike a pose. Who needs a catwalk? I can just model right here. Somebody take my picture. Now, this will warm your heart. Why you should have a cat. Cat who lost her kittens is given an abandoned kitten. So I saw a bigger clip of this. The mama cat had given birth, but the kittens had not survived. And she was heartbroken. But they found this abandoned kitten and gave her the kitten. And she adopted it. She started caring for it. Look, loving on the baby. Look at this baby. Look at it. Look at his adorable ears. Look at those ears and those eyes. I can't. What a beautiful baby. That baby's got bat ears. I dig it. It's a look. Those big wide eyes, those great big ears. Oh, must be still my heart. You little adorable thing. Come here. Crochet with Ashmay says, I tuned in for a second. Yeah. And that picture right there sums up Chantal anymore. Bubbles and Cheek says, Foodie Beauty admits she's still married. Well, that's what she says, but how does she know she's really married? She doesn't know what happened after she left Syria. Those papers might have gotten turned in already if they were married to begin with, which I've got my doubts. I think she wants to believe that they're still married, but who knows? Whatever the case may be, if she is a married woman, he don't want her no more. I guess the marriage is over. So that's it for that. So how about we go on to the video from Hectic Llama. And again, I apologize. I cannot play the sound. It's a short video, but I will leave the link for the complete video down below in the description. You guys can check out Hectic Llama. Great channel. Great channel. Let me give a thumbs up while I'm here. And I'm just going to read to you what this says. You guys can watch and I'll read it to you. There she is. Since Foodie got back to Canada, she's been almost constantly under the influence of THC. Yep. Too much so. I mean, there's a little bit high and then there's way too much. And she has gone way over the line. She's over the line right now during her live. Way over. She went from 3,000 milligram gummies, the Ewan McGregor gum. I keep saying gummies. It's edibles. I'm sorry, edibles. From the 3,000 milligram Ewan McGregor edibles. Now she's up to the Mike Tyson ones, which are 5,000. And I think there's another one for like 10,000. I don't know if she's doing those yet. This means she tends to spend a lot of time staring at the chat and not saying anything, which makes me wonder, how much silence is there in her live streams? Foodie Beauty and the Sound of Silence. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. I'm sorry, I got this song in my head. October 31st, 2025. Length of live stream, 1 hour, 29 minutes, 40 seconds. Silence, 55 minutes, 15 seconds. So 62% of the time she is silent. That's more than half the live stream. October 31st, 2025. Length of live stream, 1 hour, 18 minutes, 31 seconds. Silence, 41 minutes, 31 seconds. Wow. And y'all wonder why the clip channels are putting out very short clips. Here's your answer right here. So 53% of the time she was silent. That is definitely more than half. November 1st, 2025. Length of live stream, 1 hour, 41 minutes, 35 seconds. Silence, 54 minutes, 40 seconds. Whoa. So 54% of the time she was silent. And remember, Beezers, this is what you paid for. Remember all those promises she made to y'all of all the things she was going to do? She knew you guys were starving for good content. And she made so many promises about, I'm going to finally do good content. And ever since she got to Canada, she's been playing in your face. Just getting on camera and running up the meter on purpose. She's getting that ad money, but you guys are not getting that great content. November 2nd, 2025. Length of live stream, 1 hour, 41 minutes, 16 seconds. And while we're here, since we're here, I've seen a lot of this in her chat. I've seen a lot of people making excuses for Chantal, saying, well, she just got back. She just got back to Canada. She has to adjust to life in Canada. She's been back for a minute. She didn't just get off the plane. How long does it take a person to get adjusted to life in Canada, especially if you are a Canadian citizen and you grew up there? It's not like you're in a foreign country and you don't know where you are and you can't speak the language. She grew up in Canada. So why is it taking her so long to adjusting to being in Canada? Length of live stream, 1 hour, 41 minutes, 16 seconds. Silence, 1 hour, 8 minutes, 59 seconds. 68% of the time she was silent. November 2nd, 2025. Length of live stream, 2 hours, 46 minutes, 44 seconds. Silence, 1 hour, 40 minutes, 28 seconds. 60% of the time she was silent. I'm not going to play the whole video from Hectic Llama, although it is a great video, worth the watch. I will leave a link down in the description. I just want to show you guys. This is the kind of content that she's doing. Not doing great content at all. Non-tent. And Hectic Llama did a great job illustrating just how much dead air there is. She's getting paid for the dead air, but she's not entertaining people the way she should. But I'm going to leave a link down below for y'all who want to check out Hectic Llama. Wonderful video, Hectic Llama. Thank you for making it. And I hope people go to your channel and subscribe and watch it on their own. You know, and check out the rest of your content too. But let's move on to the video from Piggy. And again, it's not that long. 5 minutes, 25 seconds. Y'all can hang for that, can't you? I think she gets mad at me in this one. She does. Let's watch the clip.
Hi. 500 milligrams. What the hell? What the hell do you think I'm on?
It's not 500 milligrams. If only you were only taking 500 milligrams. Girl, you're taking the 5,000 milligram edibles.
I had a lot go on, so.
Chantal, you've been saying that for years. I have so much going on. You guys don't understand. I am just so overwhelmed. You've been saying that since Crackhead Olympics. What are we talking about here? I've got so much going on. You're sitting in a room alone. Nobody is bothering you. You go nowhere. You do nothing. You don't have an outside job and have to deal with coworkers and a boss. What do you mean you've got so much going on? Shut up.
I just don't want to talk about it.
I mean, what are you trying to say? I've got so much going on. Are you saying, well, Salah's not talking to me and he's not replying to my text? Is that what you mean? You're just all caught up and hyper fixated on the fact that you want a response from him?
That's why we couldn't go on the bus, okay? But tomorrow I should be able to.
Yep. Famous last words. Tomorrow, someday, soon, later. Procrastinators love those words because those words mean they don't have to act immediately. Procrastinators' worst enemies are now, today, immediately. She doesn't like those words. She likes later, someday, tomorrow. Tomorrow is always a favorite word.
Oh, my pillow. Myself. I got such a nuisance. She's not remonetized. Get out of here, Biona. Starting over is so much fun. Yeah. I don't want to get back with BB. What the hell?
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that BB has a channel somewhere on YouTube. I'm not going to go look him up. I wish BB all the best. I know he put up with a lot of stuff from Foodie, and he did what he had to do. The relationship was over. She cheated. The love was gone, and she had to get out. And she did get out, and he moved on with his life. I wish him well.
No offense, but I'm not interested in anything like that.
You know, I have to wonder, Foodie. Do you ever think about BB? I'm sure you do, because you like to dwell on the past. Do you ever have the thought that you really screwed up with that one? You really messed that up. You had a good man. He was good to you. He was hardworking, and he loved you, and you were just too much of an F up. You totally messed that up, that good thing. Do you ever have regrets for just being a screw up and losing a good man? Because you did. You lost one.
To get under someone, to get over someone. Ugh. The edibles are kicking in. I think this from yesterday. Why do you still have those stickers? Which ones? Oh, Salah? Cuz I love them. Are you still married? Yep.
That's debatable. I don't think they were ever truly married in the first place. As a matter of fact, I saw something on Twitter a while ago where Allah and Murad came on camera and they said, yes, that Foodie and Salah were actually married, but it was is it Mijar? Miyar. Miyar marriage. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right, no disrespect. But it was a temporary marriage. It was only supposed to be for 6 days, just less than a week. That somebody performed the ceremony, but they were only married for less than a week. Which means after that 6 days, you guys were no longer married. So you're not married no more.
What should we eat? I'm hungry. Should I get the holiday meal with stuffing? They have Swiss chalet flavored chips. No, we're technically not paper divorce yet.
Yet. And again, how do you know? You've been gone from Syria. Who knows what he's been up to while you've been away?
Or maybe we are. Actually, I'm not telling anyone. Sorry, guys. I just think it's just private, you know.
Okay. She's only saying that because y'all, I'm telling you, she wants to go back to Syria. So she's keeping the door open. She's thinking, as long as I wear the hijab, as long as I wear the abaya, as long as I behave myself to a certain point, there's a chance he might let me come back. And she really, really wants that. She wants to go back to her playpen and her baby carrot Binky, go back to her room, have somebody else take care of the responsibilities. She wants to be taken care of. And she's just not letting it in that he does not want to take care of her. Because if he wanted to take care of her, he'd be on the phone right now saying, come on over. You just got your check. Come on over. Buy that plane ticket. Get on that plane. Let's go. He ain't saying that. He's sending a message without saying the words. And she don't want to hear it.
Okay, think of things to eat. What can I have? Why, I shall never relive that again. I realize you don't understand me because, listen, I cried and begged and pleaded and said I wanted to come back to Canada. I cannot be there. You said this and did this a million times. This is the final time. So I prepare.
You know what? I got my doubts about that story. I really do. I mean, rule number 1, Chantal lies. I have serious doubts that Salah was putting up a fight about her going back to Canada. I think he wanted her to go back. He was at the end of his rope with her, of her complaining and whining and crying and temper tantrums and being a mess. He was done. And she had to go back anyway. Her visa was up, I think. So she came back to Canada, probably treating it like a visa run, thinking she wasn't going to be there for long and she can't go back.
I get on a plane, come all the way to Canada, get approved for a place of my own, get a cat, set up, have a cloud couch. And now I'm just like when I first got here, I was like, I want to come back. I don't want to be here. What is this weird place?
What is this weird place? Chantal, you grew up there. What do you mean? You spent 38 years of your life in Canada. Why are you acting like you've never lived in Canada before? Canada is your home. As much as you don't want it to be your home, and I feel a big reason why you don't want it to be your home is because you created a financial mess for yourself and you're still running from that. If there was no financial mess, maybe you'd want to stay longer. But because you didn't take care of the mess, you want to go back to Syria and try to escape the mess that you made for yourself.
But now I'm like, okay. No, I haven't named her. I still believe in you and Salah. If we ever get reunited, then that's God's, that was meant to be for sure.
Well, that's not going to happen. I don't think the two of you are going to be reunited. As much as you want it to happen, as much as you're trying to manifest that through thought, it's not going to happen. He's moved on with his life without you. There might be another woman in the picture, but even if there isn't, he's not interested in having you in his life. Or like I said, he'd be on the phone saying, come on over. When you love somebody, when you want to be close to somebody, you will cross a mountain, you will fly over the sea, you will swim under the water, you will build a road if you have to. You will turn into Superman and do feats of monumental acclaim to be with the one you love. He ain't doing none of that for you because he don't want you.
Cecil Hotel. Remember the raviolis in Thailand? Turkey and stuffing. Okay, well, how can I have turkey and stuffing right now?
Chantal, I know you are you. And I know that you have an obsession with food. And it's all you want to talk about. It's all you want to do is eat food, talk about food, discuss food. But here's the part that you're not getting. Your obsession and your addiction is not everyone's obsession and addiction. And what is enthralling to you is not enthralling to other people. And yet you're making content for other people to watch. And you're wondering why other people aren't as enthralled with food as you are. And it's because we are not extreme food addicts. Don't have the food fetish. So as someone that I used to have a problem with food, listening to you is like, I find this conversation with the food boring. It points in the direction of you got a very heavy addiction to food and you need counseling.
Do you want me to get a holiday meal from Swiss Chalet?
Nobody cares what you eat. Stop talking about food.
Do you have any weight loss goals?
No, she doesn't.
No, I don't.
No.
You can get a family size of stuffing. Get that divorce filed. It's just that it's not like we live in two different countries, so it's not like it really affects our lives in the foreseeable future. You know, he's like, I'm not gonna get remarried, and even if he wanted to, he's allowed more than one wife. For me, it would be a problem. He'd have to divorce me if I wanted to get remarried in haste, but I don't ever want to be remarried. If he comes to Canada, he's making double doubles. No, he's got a pretty good resume. But anyways, nothing wrong with that, making double doubles. I can't do it myself when I'm on my phone using it to live stream slow-mo. That's why. I always asked him from the beginning, like, to always pin stuff if I need it pinned, or set a goal for me. Like, I always ask him to do those things. You used to allow your YouTube. I trust him. He was my husband. He's not like that. Yes, I do.
That might be a mistake, Chantal, him having full access to your channel. Is that what another reason why you're behaving yourself? Because he does have all of your login stuff. So he has the potential to play in your face if you get stupid.
I do have his YouTube login. We're married. He could delete it all. Well, Vardy is so good at it. Would you date someone new but the opposite sex? Nope. Poor Salah.
Oh, I don't want to see her eating. Nope, we're not. Nope. We're not doing that. I thought the Piggy's video had Chantal getting mad at me. Maybe later I'll find it somewhere else. But she did get mad. I saw a clip where she got mad because I was doing a tarot reading on her. But it's like, girl, just do your live stream. Don't care about what goes on over here. Shut up. All right, so that's it for this react. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I have enjoyed doing it for you. But she's high as a kite right now. I don't know what she's up to. I've been busy doing this. But y'all have a great Thanksgiving. Be safe out there, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.